Hello, I'm Michael Phillips, the Chicago Tribune film critic. I'm also happy to be your host for TCM's Future Shock Festival of Dystopian Fear, Loathing, and Escapism this month on our Friday Night Spotlight series. Our next movie tonight belongs to a category I especially enjoy. These are films set just a few years or decades ahead of when they were actually made, but they take place in a time that, from our perspective, has already come and gone. Our film is Escape from New York, from director John Carpenter in 1981. It stars Kurt Russell, along with Lee Van Cleef, Ernest Borgnine, Isaac Hayes, Harry Dean Stanton, and Adrienne Barbeau, who was married to Carpenter at the time. The original tagline for Escape from New York said it all. 1997, New York City is a walled, maximum security prison. Breaking out is impossible. Breaking in is insane. In the movie, the crime wave in America has become bad enough 16 years in the future that Manhattan Island has simply been turned over to the worst criminal scum imaginable. So what happens when Air Force One, which is carrying Donald Pleasance as the president, crash lands in New York? The only option is to send in a convicted armed robber, Snake Plissken, played by Russell, to retrieve the president alive on a 24-hour deadline. 24 hours in New York. It's just like On the Town, without the musical numbers. Actually, Escape from New York is nothing like On the Town, but it's full of unruly vitality just the same. Something to watch for here, there's an early sequence of Russell landing a stealth glider on top of one of the World Trade Towers. The simulation of that landing was achieved with low-tech and low-cost means. Very impressive for the time. Who was responsible for this? Well, a special effects man by the name of James Cameron, 3 years before he directed The Terminator. Here, one of the B-movie triumphs of the 1980s and a slice of 1997, as it never actually came to be, Escape from New York. I love the idea that cassette tapes were still the music delivery method of choice in 1997, at least according to this movie. John Carpenter was the co-writer, director, and composer of Escape from New York. And originally, the producers were keen on the idea of hiring Charles Bronson as Snake Plissken. He was a proven box office name, thanks to the Death Wish franchise. Another name floated for the lead was Tommy Lee Jones. But Carpenter held out for Kurt Russell, who was good and eager by 1981 to shed his lingering Disney comedy image for good. The year before Escape from New York, Robert Zemeckis' R-rated comedy Used Cars, which starred Russell, got that image makeover started, but it was the success of Escape that really did the trick. Up next in our Future Shock Festival, a film, as its trailer put it, about flights of fantasy and the nightmare of reality.
Tonight on Turner Classic Movies, Jonathan Pryce dreams of an escape in Brazil. Then a walking film encyclopedia chats it up in Elvis Mitchell Under the Influence, Quentin Tarantino. And an actor's actor discusses his inspirations in Under the Influence, Ed Norton.